Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Yong here and welcome to a channel news update video. And I wasn't even supposed to make this video today, I wasn't really even planning on it. It's just that today I had an epiphany. I don't know, it's this weird sensation, but I feel like I know exactly where my channel is supposed to go, and it just came out of nowhere. I was watching these videos on YouTube and I came across one, and it was Todd Howard complimenting this one video, made from Skyrim, and, just watching that video made me realize that Let's Plays aren't really gonna get me anywhere, ever, on YouTube. Everybody does them, it's sort of the easy way to go. It just doesn't feel right. I'm not saying that I'm not having fun making them, I'm not saying that I hate making them, that I don't want to bring these content to you guys, but that feeling that something isn't right for you? Well, I just had that feeling, and the moment I saw Todd Howard sort of giving this compliment to this one guy on YouTube because of this really great video that he made, and I just began to realize that I gotta do what I think is best for me, what I think will really get me high up there, and cinemas are the way to go. It's not just the fact that I want to get people's attention. It's just that whenever I make a cinema, it just feels right. It feels like I'm at home. It's just so thrilling, making something so creative, just constantly thinking on my feet, just, trying to establish certain shots, and I don't know, I always get this thrill out of making the cinemas, and it's just something that I love doing so much. And Let's Plays are, on the other hand, like, not something that I hate doing, but it's just like they're sort of there. They don't feel like they're really adding much to my YouTube career. I don't know how to explain this, and I know, and I'm not saying you guys don't matter. I know you guys want Let's Plays, but I don't know how to explain this. You guys have to understand that Let's Plays are just not gonna get me anywhere, I'm no PewDiePie, the guy that has like 1.5 million subscribers, because he has this amazing personality. That's sort of what he's done and established himself as from the beginning. But me, I don't know, it's just that I feel like the thing that I'm missing most right now is just sort of really establishing myself as what kind of YouTuber I am, I'm trying to do Let's Plays and cinemas, and those two really just don't blend together. You don't have a channel with Let's Plays and cinemas. Let's Plays are about releasing videos every day, constantly, and it's about personality, it's about, just, and the videos don't really even have to be all that professionally edited, and at the same time, I have the cinemas here, and those are sort of more professional, more sort of, I need more focus, I need more sort of patience, and, there's sort of two ends of the spectrum, right? And I just feel like these two things are colliding in one channel, and it just doesn't feel right when those things are together, and I just feel like I really have to just really make a choice as to what I want to do for my future in my channel on YouTube. And I don't know, cinemas just feel right. And I know this is going to disappoint a lot of you guys, for those who've been enjoying my Let's Plays, watching me on camera shoot people in the face. But cinemas just feel right, and I feel like Let's Plays have just been sort of getting in the way of that. It's not that I don't enjoy making them, but I feel like the right way to go is cinemas, and Let's Plays have sort of been intrusive for me to make those. They've just sort of been, not allowing me to make those as often as I want to. And I want to make cinemas. That's what I want to do. I know for sure that's what I want to do. That I feel it in my gut every time I sort of boot up Skyrim. I want to make something out of it instead of just me sort of talking through gameplay. And, even when you look at my Let's Plays, you can sort of tell that I'm going for more of a cinema kind of thing. I don't know if you noticed, but I have the previouslys, just these edited sort of, everything is so edited. Other Let's Plays just sort of dive into the gameplay. They don't really edit anything. They don't add any logos. They don't add anything. No previouslys. Like barely anybody does that. But I do. I have this sort of, this craving for detail to attention to detail in my videos. I don't know, I'm not really even making sense anymore. What I do want to say is that, guys, I don't know, a lot of you guys are going to be disappointed, but my decision is final. This is right. I know it. I'm going to make cinemas from now on. That's what I want to do. I want to make those as often as possible, as much as I can. And, you know, with school, I don't know how often that's going to be, but I know that this channel needs to go somewhere, and it needs to go on a straight line. It can't sort of go back and forth. I need to sort of just decide now what I want to do. And cinemas are it, guys. I feel it in my heart. You know, in fact, I don't know how to explain this. It's just that, like, recently, for example, I've been watching a lot of TV shows, and I'm beginning to realize that I'm just focusing on not just watching the show, but just how they're made, how the shots are made. Just trying to figure out this how everything ticks, and just trying to watch these shows so I can bring that knowledge to making these cinemas. And I don't know how to explain. It's just this hunch. It's this hunch. I know that I have to make cinemas. I know that's the future of my channel. I know that is what will sort of define my YouTube career. It's not the Let's Plays that everybody out there can just do, you know, easily. It's these cinemas that are just me, just pure me, you know, that nobody else can make them the way I do, because they're these creative pieces of work. They're works of art with my own sort of unique flavor to them. You know, nobody's doing these kinds of cinemas, and I need to sort of get in there and do this thing that I really like and love to do. And I know I sound like I'm high right now, like I'm going all mystical with all this crap, but really, guys, that's all I gotta say. I'm going for cinemas. You know, and some of you guys will hate me for it, but cinemas is the way to go, guys. I feel it. I just had this epiphany. Like, I know. I just turned on the camera and decided to record this. I mean, there's no way to explain this. You know, this just feels right. It's just, nothing's felt so right, you know, in my life than this right here. Knowing that my channel needs to make more of these sort of cinematic, fantastic, story-driven videos. You know, I've seen other cinemas out there. They're all about, you know, big battles, and those are extremely cool. But I like those sort of subtle little things, you know, subtle cinemas with a lot of great storytelling along with the action. But cinemas, guys, that's the way I'm going to go. And I'm sorry, but nothing you say is going to stop me from doing that. But I really do hope you stick around. And, you know, if you decide to leave, you know, it's going to be sad to see you go. Because, you know, I appreciate every single one of you out there watching my videos, subscribing, and supporting me. But, and, you know, I understand if you were in it for the cinemas. But if you're really in it for me, just trust me. I'm going to make some cinemas from here on out. That's all I'm going to focus on. No more Let's Plays, no more gameplays. And, you know, I feel a little dizzy saying it because it's such a huge decision. Because, you know, Let's Plays and gameplays have been such a big part of my channel. But then these cinemas started to kick in, and look what happened. One of my videos got featured in Bethesda's, you know, main page. Just like that. And it got me so many views. It got me, like 10 episodes worth of views, this one video. And every moment that I worked on it was, God, perfect. I hope I'm making any sense, guys, and I know I'm just ranting at this point, but I hope you will stick around. I hope you will trust me, and I'm going to start making cinemas from here on out. It's going to be a little bit of time, but I'm going to plan everything out. I'm going to just start making these cinemas, rolling them out, and just show you guys what I'm made of. I'm going to show you guys what, you know, my true colors, and my true colors really aren't Let's Plays. That's, you know, the color of everyone. That's sort of what YouTube's gaming and on YouTube's about now. It's just about making these Let's Plays. And I want to make stuff that's unique. I want to make stuff that's, you know, people will remember me for. And Let's Plays, while they're great, everybody does them. And, you know, I'm not one of those guys who wants to do what everybody does. Well, that is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. I know I'm just ranting at this point in time, but I hope you will trust me here. I hope you won't leave my channel. I hope you will stay with me and stay with me on my journey to become a successful YouTuber. And I feel like this is the way to go. And I know that when I make these videos, somebody out there are going to see them. They're going to recognize them. And they're going to see who I am. And they're going to take me to higher places. I know it. And, you know, I've got to stick with my gut, and this is it. And, well, thanks for all the support you've shown thus far, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you continue showing it. Thank you very much, and Yong out.